Hey Griffin, so we're going to be looking today at some logic statements, okay? Some logic statements, seeing if whether or not, okay, trying to put these if-then statements into code, okay? So today we're actually going to work on the code to see how these if-then statements work, okay? So what we're going to be doing is looking at some syntax here. When we write our if statements, okay, remember we write them like this with our parentheses here and our brackets here, okay? Now, our hypotheses, just like we talked about yesterday, is going to go inside those parentheses, and then our conclusion is going to go inside the brackets, okay? So our hypothesis goes here, and then I'm going to put con right there, okay? Now remember, an if statement only runs if your hypothesis is true. So what's inside of your parentheses here has to be true for the rest of this to run, okay? So what's inside your parentheses has to be true for the rest to run, okay? So if what's inside the parentheses is false, this does not run, okay? So let's look at an example of what this is gonna look like here, okay? And what you're gonna be doing for these problems today. So you're gonna be looking at problems, okay, examples of code, and then you're gonna say, okay, if the code runs, you need to explain why it's going to run and what it's going to do. If the code will not run, you need to explain why it's not going to run. Okay, so let's look at an example here. My code here is var x equals 10, so I have this variable x that's equal to 10, and it's saying if x is 10, then it's going to print the text wow at these two positions, okay? So I say, okay, is this text going to run? Well, I know that x is equal to 10, so that's true. So that must mean that this is going to run. So I'm going to say, yes, this is going to run. Okay. Because x is equal to 10, and it's saying if x is 10, well, it is. It's going to print this text out. Okay. So how I explained that was, it says, inside of my if statement, it says, if x is equal to 10, then it will print wow at 200, 200. Since x is equal to 10, this is true, so my program will run. It will print wow on my screen at 200, 200, okay? So you need some explanation like this, okay, to back up whether or not you know this is true, okay, or why it's going to run. So I'm not only looking for like, okay, I know this is going to run because I know this. I need you to explain why it's going to run and what it's going to do. Okay, so let's look at an example problem from scratch, okay? This is your first problem that you're going to be doing here, okay? So I give you a sense, congratulations, I'm helping you out with the first one. So this problem here says, okay, var y is equal to 20. And it says if var y is equal to 20, then I'm gonna print high at 200, 200. Will it run? The answer to this is yes, it'll run because y is 20. And it's saying if y is 20, then this will run. So this is run. Why will it run? Well, because y is equal to 20. And it says, what does the program do? Well, it prints out the text high at 200, 200, okay? So, you need to explain this, okay, in actual complete sentences, okay, below for the why and how to, or what does this program do, okay? Good luck.